Alright, I want to give a bit of a review on this, the Zune HD. I originally filmed this back in 2009, and the first part is going to be an unboxing, and the second and third part is going to be over the Zune software itself, along with the Zune software 4.0, I believe. Anyway, enjoy. So this is the 16 gig Zune HD. This will be really the actual unboxing. The only thing I've done here is they have these little these tape things right here on each side of the box. You just slit them and pretty much it just slides right off, and there is the Zune HD. It's got a reflective sticker on it here, and it reads download the latest software, and then you want to charge it for a minimum of 30 minutes. So, alright, we're going to go ahead and do that, and I won't show that part, but right off the bat, this thing is really light. Lighter than I thought it would be, although I've seen other reviews where everybody says it's the same. This thing's really light and tiny. I don't have an iPod Touch to compare it to, but I do have the iPhone here. This is an iPhone 3G. And you can see them here side by side. Of course, it's going to be smaller, but I do know the iPod Touch is thinner than the actual iPhone here. Very light, guys. It's very, very light. So I hope that gives you an idea of the perspective. Man. Okay. Let's see what else comes in the box. I guess to give you an idea, the box size, it's very similar in packaging to the iPhone. They're doing that flare. I think flare is nice and packaging is nice, but I'm more for the function and the guts of it. You can have pretty packaging all day long. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. And if it doesn't serve its purpose for me, then it's garbage. Anyway, so here you got the tray that holds the actual Zune itself. I do think this is a lot prettier. Even though the decals aren't here, then I have seen the original Zunes that I thought were quite ugly. Let's see, Zune Everywhere. Looks like advertisement for 14 days of music. I got this consistent font style everywhere I've been seeing. This is a brochure of sorts. Looks like it's advertising some of the functions that it can do, and perhaps accessories that you can also purchase. I'm going to be interested in seeing how this works out, hooking it up and seeing it project HD, because I can hook it up to my HD TV and see what happens, and I can show that, if not in this video or in a later video. I know immediately I'm probably going to have to get a case for this thing, because electronics, little portables, and me don't really get along all that well. That's why I have what I call the Hummer case here, even though it's a spec tough skin for my iPhone. Here it seems like there's an extra, let's see if it'll come out here, little box here. It looks like these are going to be cables, earphones and USB. So it opens up, really Apple-esque type packaging, I would say. And this looks to be an instruction manual. There, and here's the actual product guide. And let's see what else we have here. These are the headphones, or similar, I guess, to earbuds. I don't know. I've never tried these, or how they even rate against the Apple's earbuds, and this looks like the actual USB connection to the Zune HD. What is? Oh, I guess these are cushions to put on the actual headphones there. I guess you can be stylish, pick your color kind of thing. Whatever. Alright, not much anything in there, and then the bottom of the box even has a message. There you are. So, that is the unboxing portion of the Zune HD. So I'm going to follow the instructions, and I will move on to the next segment of the video. Alright, before I do the charge and the actual update, I thought I'd give a little tour of the exterior of the Zune HD. First off, this is the black 16 gig again. The 32 I know comes in black and also platinum, and I think there are going to be other colors available in the 32 gig. The screen looks really nice, although I haven't turned it on yet. It's got the little name Zune right there. It also has something I got a little chuckle out of. Zoom in on it. Hello. Let's see. It says hello from Seattle right there. I don't know if it's coming in. The other buttons are right here, which is the home button. In the middle, the power button. And right here, which they call the media button. It's got some texture to it right there. Feels very sturdy. This right here, it's almost like a rubbery feel to it. And the back, like brushed metal. This at the bottom, the same. This is more plasticky feel at the bottom. It's got silver trim going all the way around it. It feels very sturdy. Very light, but very sturdy. Here's another Zune logo. Has your serial number here. At the bottom has your sync and a charging jack, I would assume, and then right over here is the headphone jack. Some may think it's awkward at the bottom. I've had an iPod Nano, earlier generation, that had the same thing where it came out the bottom. I'm used to it at the top like it is on my iPhone. But that is the quick tour of the Zune HD on the outside. Next will be the software installation and charging. Okay, so let's hook it up, and this will be the first time it's ever plugged in. This is running Windows 7 32-bit right now. So plug it into the bottom. Alright, plug in the USB. Okay, Zune logo comes up. I haven't touched the power button. I'm going to assume. Oh wow, look at that. That is pretty cool. Huh. Pretty cool. Alright, well, I'm going to let it charge for 30 minutes and then we'll do the software installation. As you can see, really nothing happened on my desktop. I did install this Zune software a long time ago, so I don't know how this is going to behave with it. I was curious to see what all the hype was about a while back, and so I installed it then. Oh, now it's playing a default movie. I mean, I haven't touched any buttons. I just plugged it in, guys, so it's doing this thing here. It's a very extremely sharp picture. My camera's not going to do it justice, but this is super sharp. This blows the iPhone visuals away. This is really sharp. Colors are very vibrant on this movie here. They say there's no speakers on here, of course, so I have to plug it in to get you the sound. But I'm not gonna do that now. Anyway, very vibrant colors. Getting out of the frame here. So Zune, there it is. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Okay guys, I've noticed that this video just keeps replaying and like in a loop, and that media button I'm assuming is this volume control. So it does not, this right here, like kind of like on my iPhone, I'm used to pushing up and then pushing down for the volume. This occurs with this. It's pretty, I mean, it's neat. I don't know how practical that is, but and it has like an exit here. Oh, it fades away. It basically says here Zune installed, ready to use. So it detected it. Player update required. So this is like kind of like taking up the whole screen here, and everything's in focus. I'm going to close this driver. It says Zune device end user license here. So it detected it right away. Let's see if I can't zoom in on some of the text here that it's saying. Basically, an update is available. And then current player software version 4.0. Available update is 4.3. So I'm going to go ahead and zoom out here and accept it. Says step 1 of 4. If any of this takes too long, I may edit out some of the things because this can be awfully boring, I'm sure. One thing I will say is it would be nice if Microsoft would make the Zune software for the Mac as well. After all, iTunes does run on Windows. The Zune says connected. So far it's been about a minute 30. Looks like the Zune device just rebooted. Came up with a screen here. It says please wait, do not disconnect. And then it says the same thing in 2 other languages. Please do not disconnect. Okay, it's done another reboot of the device. Same thing. Please wait. Now it's gone off. And then come back on. Off. I don't know if that's... It sounds like it's rebooting. Okay. And there's the Zune logo coming back up again. That's the speakers that are... because I have it connected. Windows 7 is detecting it. Going off and on USB, and there's the loader bar. And then connected. Player update successful. So I don't know, what, 3 or 4 minutes to do that? Not even. The clock over here, yeah, about 3 minutes. And then you're going to name your Zune. Mr. Bit 10, huh? How about that? Well, I won't show what I'm going to type in from my email. Password. And then it asks you to choose sync options. So what that was is I had previously put in an email address and password that I already have with Microsoft. And the other option, because I wanted to go back instead of next for these sync options here, which would be music, videos, pictures, apps. But you can also say skip for now. Use. Okay, I went ahead and clicked next. I'm not going to elect to do that. It's basically asking, it's a similar thing that they do with when you get like these developer devices. You want to improve Microsoft software and services, sending error reports, things like that. Alright, you're looking at the Zune 4 software. This is the quick play screen. This would be the main screen that you're going to see that comes up after the fluff intro. If you want to see that fluff intro, there are videos that I have seen on YouTube that if you simply search Zune Software 4.0 intro, you'll be able to see that. Here's the interface. I like the Zune interface. I think it's very creative. It's quick, very creative. There are some things that they think the creativity sometimes hurts the intuitiveness of it, but nonetheless I've been able to navigate it fairly quickly and easily. This right here that you keep seeing highlighting is a smart DJ mix where you would drag your songs in and it would make an intelligent playlist for you. So let's get started. Collection. Right here you're seeing music, videos, pictures, podcast channels, and applications. Alright, so I'm right now on music because all I have really used is the Zune 4 is music. You're not going to see any videos, pictures, podcast channels, or applications. Right here we're looking in the playlist view. You can make this is very similar to any other software program where it allows grouping of your songs and you can call the group whatever the heck you want. Same thing goes for here, except in the Zune lingo it is called a playlist. So here I have my various playlists. The icon that you see next to the playlist here that looks like a Zune, that means it has been synced with the Zune. That's kind of helpful to let you know you can drag the entire playlist to the Zune logo down here, and if it were plugged in, which I'll go ahead and do, it would go ahead and sync with it. Syncing, relatively straightforward. Here's the Zune. I'm going to plug into the bottom port, and there you go. See, connecting, connected, wonderful. Oh, and here's the neat little syncing animation that it goes on. But there is the Zune icon, meaning, and it's colored in now because the Zune is now plugged in. Fairly quick. This is the icon next to it is a CD, or if you want to burn anything from your songs, you would simply drag that playlist to the CD. Now, different categories and ways. Like I said, this is the playlist view. You can also go to the songs view. Here would be the song alphabetically. You can sort by artist, album, genre, and you also have a way of choosing the columns right here. And those columns you have quite a lot of choices. Song, song artist, album, genre, length, duplicates, rating, date added, album artist, date last played, play count, size, track number, so on. So you can really customize what you want to see here. Albums, fairly straightforward. Genres, 60s oldies, adult alternative pop, adult alternative rock, alt metal alternative, it's got alt rock, audiobook. I mean, tons of genres that you could categorize by. And then of course artists. So you have multiple ways of sorting through your collections. So that is my collection that I have. Next we'll go to videos. I don't have any videos, so I'm assuming that it would have the same kind of categorization and things. Pictures, this is how it shows pictures. These are wallpapers that you can upload to your Zune. I had uploaded this little image. It looks like a cracked glass surface here, and I use it as my wallpaper on the Zune. Podcasts, I have none. Channels or applications. Marketplace. Here you're going to have to buy the Microsoft points, as they call it, and those of you that are with the Xbox 360 and use the and use the means of purchasing through Xbox 360, well, are familiar with this point system. Basically, it's 0.0125 per point, so 125 or $1.25 for 100 points. Anyway, here is the apps. You can go to channels, pop just for you, jazz, Billboard, podcasts, various podcasts that you can search. Here's a search box up here. Videos. You have all TV movies, music videos, movie trailers, specials, so on and so forth. I hear that they update these catalogs every Tuesday, so the library is constantly expanding, because I have found that the Zune Marketplace is fairly limited in its selection of movies. And then music. Again, it has a tremendous amount of genres to choose from, and the same search tools. Here's Linkin Park. Let's see here. It says you need a Zune Pass to use Smart DJ. Here's all the songs. So the screen will show you all the songs that belong to an album. It also says it's an MP3. So it's going to tell you the types of formats that are available to you. I do know that you can buy DRM-free MP3s from the Zune Marketplace. However, if you use that subscription, those songs do come with DRM protection. I'll go back to the movies, because some of these, I didn't go up close. You can see you can play the trailer of some of these movies. You can buy or rent this movie. This one only is in standard definition. Many of them can come with high definition, I believe. Let's see if this one you can only rent. Let's say Paranormal Activity. This one comes in HD or SD, so it'll tell you the format, and then you can go ahead and buy that. I have no points. What it'll do is it'll try to confirm, it'll calculate the cost. It's telling me a warning that you don't have any points. Go ahead and buy points, which would take you to a buy point screen. And here it gives you all the options of 400 points for 15, 400 points for $5, 1,200 points for 15, 2,000 for 25, and then 4,000 for 50. I'll cancel out of that. Now we'll move on to social. This is where you can share some of your media, photos, and other things with other users. And then here's the actual Zune. So I call it Mr. Bit. It's a 16 gig again. I can do a sync, which it already did automatically. It has sync groups. It has music that's on the actual Zune. Videos, which there are none. Pictures, which should be just the one wallpaper. Podcasts, none. Friends, none. Apps, none. So I'm only primarily using this for music. But here, this is what's actually on the Zune. It tells you your free space. Kind of self-explanatory. A lot of this is very intuitive. The quick play. If you notice down here, this right here has a trailer loaded. I'm not gonna play it to violate copyright. But actually, what I could do, which won't, so I'll load one of my songs here. Let's see. So what we're doing is we're playing one of my songs. It has like a little equalizer thing down here, if you can see the light coming up. Kind of loud. Anyway, so you can go on and do other tasks within the software while either it plays a trailer or song or some type of music that you got on there. Over here are some controls for repeat. This is shuffling. You can pause the song, rewind it, and this will show you now playing. Now this is one thing I really love about the Zune software. I really love the presentation. Now, if I were a known artist, they have a lot of the lyrics that come by on the screen, and then pictures that would go by. I don't have any of that, but what it does instead is it shows a lot of the other albums that are in my collection, and it randomly fades them in and out. And I think it gives a very nice presentation look. Very nice for if you're using a media center. Again, I'll lower the volume and kind of give you an idea of some other artists. So this is Mariah Carey. See, it does this as well. It'll find and other albums by the same artist and things. Very nice presentation. This is Mad Season. And it does all these little neat, kind of like a visualizer type thing. I think is very pleasing. So I give a lot of praise to this interface. Very nice. The Zune has a lot of this back arrow stuff. It's present within the Zune itself. It's always the top to always navigate back. I can disconnect. I'll go ahead and disconnect it. The Zune. So, for instance, if I'm in music here and I go into my alternative songs, and then I can basically, I would click the top and it would go back. So basically how it works. Then you would hit play, and now it would give you some artwork. If you give it a second, it'll actually kind of do some lyrics or perhaps titles from the actual album. See, it does all this pretty neat stuff. This same thing actually will happen also on the Zune software. So it's a very nice presentation. It also gives you kind of like how many seconds have played and then how many remain. So like that 32, 33 that are going on. So very nice. Navigation's quite simple. You can keep just scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. I don't have very many in that list. Let's go into classics. Like Bing Crosby. So you could keep navigating this. You could do a shuffle, favorite it, repeat it. Oh, I hope I'm in frame. But down here you can shuffle, you can repeat it, favorite it, and keep scrolling. It's very responsive. Very, very responsive. Up here is your battery. And then here we go again. And this is right here, your video. That was the intro. Radio, it works well. And I use the auxiliary port that basically plugging into the bottom jack here into my stereo, and you can get HD that way. Very nice. Here's the marketplace. You can use Wi-Fi. Same kind of thing. So here it's detecting the available networks, internet. Again, it's going to be searching for available networks. Alright, so I went ahead and put my password in there, and now it's connected. Pretty nice browser. So this is your internet browser. Go ahead and hit search. Then you can type. I would say it's not super friendly in typing. I have very big fingers too. Whoops. See? Then you would do the number. It gives you suggestions up here as well of what you're typing. So this is searching Bing. And you can see the little progress bar. Here it goes. Fairly fast. There it is. I'm on. Here's the results for myself on Twitter and my website. It's in development. YouTube, live stream, Ustream, all that other stuff. So I haven't really used the browser all that much, but it is fast and Wi-Fi and works rather well. The back button. So there is the browser. And here it is in portrait mode for typing. So playing, see here, these are the pins in the side menu. basically you have quick access to these, and it gives you a history, what you're doing here. It's kind of a neat, fast way of getting to where you want to get to quick versus the main menu and things like that. So that's what this side pinned menu, what I call it. It's very similar to the quick play menu here in the Zune software. Now, as far as transferring music, you have a settings tab up here. Basically, you can pick where your folders are going to be. So here it says see music. I'm going to put this in what Windows 7, the users, and then my music. So that's where I have that. You can pretty much put it wherever the heck you want, okay? But that's where the hard copy of the music is going to be located. So a lot of this is self-explanatory. You can still see that the music is playing technically, which is the album that I have. And those of you who are interested, I am on last.fm. All are free MP3s to download, which are either songs or sound effects that are all found within my videos. Shameless plug, isn't it? Alright. So, the music that I transferred from my Mac here to the left I have my iTunes library. Basically, you're going to go to your user, and then you're going to select your music. It's going to show iTunes library. It's going to have your music here. You can literally then, here I have just an SMB IP connection to my Windows machine, which is there. Okay. You know, basically, really quick, if just for this fastest connection, if it's not shown here on your sidebar for all computers on the network, you could connect to server. You would put in your IP address, and then if it finds it, it finds it. Anyway, here is the music location that I have specified on my Windows computer of where the Zune software will pick it up. You can literally just copy all your music and then paste it over here. The Zune software will recognize the same hierarchy. You don't have to worry about anything. Keep them in your folders, all that stuff. All this will copy and move over, and it's as simple as that. Very easy to transfer music back and forth. Alright, I know I didn't really cover everything that can be covered about the Zune HD, but I hope I brought enough review of what to expect. But my overall impressions of the Zune HD is it's impressive. I like it a lot. I've been using it for a month now, and it's worked flawlessly. I haven't had any crashes. It's mainly being used in my car, where I use the jack here and use an auxiliary cable into the auxiliary jack of my stereo, and listen to the music. So, very favorable. I think Microsoft's done a great job. Overall, great package. Thanks for watching.